Hey guys and gals, let's build the Doughnut Truck by Lego City. This is set number 60452, contains 196 pieces, retails for $19.99, and the set was provided by the Lego Group for early review. Thank you, Lego. And yes, it is indeed an ice cream truck, not a flatbed truck, because this is a group build, which is cool. And in addition, you do get a vehicle chassis. Looks like it's a 4x14 brick. And let's see. 2 bags of numbered bricks. And that's not too bad. And I'm still fighting this cold, so hopefully it'll go away soon before Christmas. Okay, let's begin. Let's build it. Let's start with bag 1. Alright, so the whole intent of this style of video is to show the build progress, see how interesting the set is, and yeah, that's pretty much what it is, and see how many windscreens we get in here that are scratched. Ooh. Looks like we're going to be putting together mostly small stuff. Alright, let's see, do we keep it at a 10 or do we knock it down to a 9? Unbelievable, Lego. Let me make sure. Yep, bunch of pits. 9 it is. We hadn't even started yet. Why am I picky? Oh, for 20 bucks it shouldn't come in that condition. Okay. So, we need the chassis, of course. And we got the goofy hand things. So hopefully we don't have to put any stickers on this one. Okay. Alright. Well, that answers my question. That'd be great for a cake piece, huh? So we also get these in medium nougat. That'd be cool for building vintage style vehicles. And you know what? Let me put this over here, because that's where I'm working at, right in this area right there. And one of these. Those are cool. I'm starting to see these appear a lot. You know what? I got the ring light. Let's use it. And this shouldn't take us too long. If you've seen the ambulance build, depends on the order these were released. It's built pretty much the same way. It's just a cargo thing. You can swap them around, I believe, but why would you do that when you can just do, just keep it as is. And one of these paper hat things here. Trying to get it centered there, like that. And that's all he's got. All right. And, wow, that's a lot of parts for just, Yeah, I'm just trying to fight this cold, and it's more of just congested than anything else, but about a week or two ago, we had a really nasty dust storm. I think that's what caused it. None of us really know, though. Let's just hope someone didn't bring COVID home, because everybody else has got it before I did. So what am I doing? Drinking lots of fluids and just relaxing. My feet are like ice, but I'm sweating at the same time. So that's why I kind of sound stuffed up. I don't know. Maybe it might not appear on here. We don't know yet. And we need to find one of these. Looks like the parts are not too bad in this set. Wow, that's unusual to see that in there. Okay. I have plenty of these. Oops, that don't go there. Yeah, and today is the 22nd of December, 2024, so guess who's going to be sick during the holidays? Yep, here's truly. Well, at least these are printed. Okay, sorry about that. I'm kind of zoning out here. And I've been getting a lot of sets torn apart. I've been ripping apart a bunch of stuff and just trying to get rid of a lot of these old builds that I have, even some tutorials. Stuff that you probably haven't seen yet, but I'm already taking them apart because they've already been filmed and preserved and all that stuff. Haven't done the building guides yet, too busy doing reviews to do those. So a lot of stuff has been going on. And yeah, so it looks like we're just building a flatbed truck right now, like the chassis portion. And let's see here. I think what I'm going to do is, because I got to check some videos, let's see if we can get the truck portion built first, so I can break it evenly here. So we are looking for orange. I hate to think those are going to be used for headlights. I mean, let's see. It's got an okay color palette. Just feels more like a water truck than anything else. And you take this and you shove it on here. Might be the front. We don't know which way the front is yet. I mean, I could cheat, but well, that wouldn't be fair, and I don't want to have to cheat through this. You don't want to ruin the build experience. And yeah, you'll be doing a lot of page flipping. Okay, this is probably the back, because then the ice cream vendor has a way to, or the donut vendor has a way to get in there. I think Lego designed these in such a way that you can build with a friend, which is always cool to do. You can see I'm flipping through the book. It's like one piece pretty much at a time. Sometimes you're lucky you'll get two pieces, but they're usually the same. Well, you're going kind of fast through this. Yeah, these are kind of a new piece here too. Now we just got to get some inside corners. It'd be good for making trailers and stuff. This book is so thick, and we're just breezing through it. So this is the back, and this is the front. They use these for side mirrors. Sorry for the spoiler, but... And then they use this little tiny steering wheel. Once again. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the counting thing, but we gotta count, I guess. Jay, what do you do with these vehicles? These are pretty good. This is going to be meant for a city, but what do I do with vehicles? I kind of just take them apart and put them in my part stash. This is good vehicle parts. I'd like to see this door come out in 1x4. So when you put your seats in the middle, it'll be right up against it. Wow, a Dark Azure 1x6 brick, that's kind of rare. Now these are come in handy too for making pickups and stuff, because you can actually tuck your seats behind that. And two, it's notched in the back. And we'll take our scratched and pitted windshield, put that in there. Hope yours doesn't come out scratched. Yeah, it's not too bad of a build so far. It's keeping my interest. You know, I'm not kind of like, okay, I got to rush and get this done. But it's, by the time we were done, or by the time Lego released this, I got questions asked, is this stuff printed? I was like, I have no clue. I can't, sometimes you could tell in the box, sometimes you can't. Well, this one so far is printed, which is really good. So maybe for 20 bucks, I could probably look past it. The scratch, but I can't. But if it's basically printed, that makes it worth all the while, because those pieces could be used for mocks and stuff, or tutorials, because then that means the part is available and you don't have to try to hunt down a sticker sheet. Although I do try to keep away from printed stuff as much as I can. Well, I cannot get that on there. And my hands are still functioning too. Everybody else in my house is fighting this cold. They're achy and they're cold. And I just got the mild version of it. I've been like this for a few days now. And I'm not tired or anything. I'm a little achy, but I'm mostly just breaking the fever now. Oh, these are silver metallic. Look, that's almost like chrome. If you want to build a vintage flatbed truck, this should be it. And that looks pretty good there. I always feel like I'm going to crunch this stuff in. Just kind of tap it in there a little bit. There we go. Don't look too bad. It looks pretty good. And we got the tires. Hey, at least now we got some nice rims for it, or hubcaps, or whatever you want to call it. There we go. And we populate the axles with the tires. And just the way this looks alone, if you were to change out some of the colors, you could do a lot with this. You know what I'm seeing out of this right now? Some of you probably can too. That'd make a great tow truck base. And just the way this looks. Or a camper van. There's all sorts of stuff you could do with that. And it shows that the driver goes inside, but we'll save that for the tour. And this is what we have remaining for bag one. Alrighty, now we're going to move on to bag two. So far I'm pleased, but I noticed one thing that wasn't included or provided was a brick separator. So this is going to be your typical Lego set. And we need the second book for this too. So now we'll pretend that a buddy's building. Set those off to the side there. And that's essentially what we're going to be building there. Okay. So, making sure we're recording. And we got the goofy hand thing again. I was hoping maybe they'd switch it to numbers by now. Ooh, I hope this ain't scratched. Lego. Down to an 8 it is. Jay, but all those parts are printed. I know, right? I'm sorry. I have to call it as I see it. Ruined my building experience. Okay. Okay, so these are indeed printed. That's cool. Oh. Alright, these are printed. Okay. So, indeed, you are getting a printed set. Now, I've never seen one of these before. Say they go on a turntable, but I usually see these in 4x4, but never a 6x6. Okay. I'm going to say right now it's probably at a 7.5, maybe an 8. Not due to build experience, just due to the quality it was, the way it was packed. Okay. So we found that. We found her money. Missing a bunch of other parts here. Okay, well there's her legs. And I see her head. Sleeping Beauty, like she's like, smell those donuts. Can't wait to go and stuff my face with those so I can look at the scratched up windows in the ice or the donut van. $100. Yeah. Won't be for long before a small Lego set costs that much. Ooh, don't you dare fall off. Okay, I had to go put some firewood up in the house. I'll have a fire later on, but A nice color for that. Nice dark azure 2x4 brick. That's how I obtain a lot of these weird colors, is sets like this. Believe it or not, folks, that's how I get them. You get enough sets like this that have these oddball colors, you have a whole collection of parts. You can build pretty much whatever your imagination will let you. I've seen these before. And I'm trying to find a 1x1 brick that's white. At least the whole build ain't white. You know, that wouldn't be too much fun. Okay. And I gotta make 2 of these. That's the one thing I don't like about these type of sets is just the way the instructions are written. That's a nice printed piece right there. So if you're looking to make a donut shop, the set's got all the parts for it. So I'm just setting all the printed stuff over here. I mean, that's a good selection of just printed parts. We were talking about after the reveal day, like, I wonder if these parts are printed. I'm like, I don't know. And I thought, well, I'll find out eventually if they are. And yeah, they all are. Just the windscreens are just the only thing that was packed sloppy. And I'm not sure where these go. All right, so this must be the back window, but I mean, seriously. I kid you not. I'm a guy that takes really good care of my stuff, and I don't like it all beat and trashed and all that stuff here. Well, that's something we don't. A 1x4x3 brick. These are good for stickers and silk screening. Maybe these are supposed to be some kind of shelves or something. Yeah, the book's pretty much been slowed down to just for little children to build. Obviously, that's what this is for. But if you get yours, I'm hoping yours is not scratched, like just literally scratched up. You know, I know some people, why do you make a big deal out of it? Because Lego's getting expensive. If this was a $5 toy, I wouldn't care. Would not care at all. Okay, the coffee machine there. That's not too bad for what that is. Pretty cool. Yeah, I've seen this door here been used a couple of times. The 1x4x4 frame, they actually do have glass for them, but I've only seen them in one set, and it's one set I don't have. Put that door in there. So far, we're surviving through it. Okay. All right. It's a nice build. It's just, I can't look past the scratched parts, but it's still cool nonetheless. So what is this here? The calculator? Or the credit card machine? the credit debit. I did do the ambulance. Looks like these are about the same. Pretty much. I wonder if they are interchangeable. Yeah, but for an adult though, this is... I may have to ding down because it's just slow for adults. I don't know yet. This is meant for 5+, but this just feels a little slow. I know my hands are in the way. And like that. You know what? There we go. That's much better. Usually they have a sliding window on these, but this model here, they don't. I think this one might have a removable top. We don't know yet. I've seen some of the Lego ice cream and donut trucks. They got stickers galore on them, and this one here, they didn't pack it really good, but it's got printed parts. It's like Lego seems like they just can't get it right. Okay. These would be cool to have for a donut, or for any other creation you desire. That's the cool thing. Yeah, I'll tell you, being outside after a while, you do feel a lot better. When I was a kid, they just said, "Oh, you gotta stay in the house, you're sick." Now it's a little different. I'll go outside and get some fresh air. These type of slopes here are really cool to use. You can make all sorts of awnings and stuff with them. I'm starting to get a good collection of them, so I try to get them as different colors as much as I can. Looks like this vehicle is probably going to be close to 8 studs wide, including this sticking out. Should fit nicely on a base plate. Okay. And I wonder if we're going to finish the top off or no. Alrighty. Maybe that's as far as we're going to tile, huh? Oh, I remember this place we used to go to when I was a kid called Moaning Caverns, up there in the northern part of California. And I was kind of getting confused with Carlsbad Caverns, but there was this, you went down in this cavern, you go downstairs, it was like kind of in like a souvenir shop, but you go down these stairs. Next thing you go to this landing, and you would get to the spiral staircase that was just steep. And you're talking about climbing down probably about 4 stories. I don't know what it was. And I was thinking about that place. And I was like, man, that'd be kind of cool to go back down through that again. Just to kind of go in there. It's really photogenic. Back then we didn't. All we had were Polaroid cameras the last time I was there. But I'd really like to go back in there and just kind of go around and explore it. It's a guided tour, so. But I'll tell you, it'd be kind of cool. We got a lot of those out here in California, but it'd be kind of cool to kind of tinker with it. Then what was the point of putting that on there for? We don't need that. What am I doing? But yeah, I was thinking about that place. I thought that's the name of it. Maybe it's to do this to annoy the kids. But it's like this. Oh, there's another part to it. But I was remembering about it. I was like, what's the name of this? So I typed in cave spiral staircase, and there it was, Moaning Caverns. I remember one time they turned off the lights in there. You could hear, some of these people had little kids. I was probably like a preteen then. And I remember when they turned off the lights, you start hearing some of the kids crying. And it was just pitch black, and it was dark and quiet in there. I thought, ooh. I thought, oh, that'd be kind of cool to build that in Lego and just kind of have fun with it. All right. Okay, so they use this on the front. Okay. Did not even want to go in there. I'm right in the hole. All right, let me pop that out. Yeah, that doesn't want to go in there, but it says it does. Okay, there it goes. You have to really force that in there, and I don't like the way that is, but it would have been easier if that was taken off. Did I forget something? Because I got one piece here. Of course, you got to go back 20 million pages to find out. And what's this piece for here? Let's see here. Did we mess something up? Lego, I'm going to tell you right now, I know these are meant for kids, but I'm literally thumbing through literally pages upon pages to find out there's a mistake here. And if I was 5 or 6 years old, I would be furious. Like, where does this go? And I'm going to let it be known in the review that this is so slow. Okay, I see where it goes. So if you make a mistake, you're going to be thumbing for a very long time. Okay. I have to tuck this in there, so I got to take that apart. That's my bad. What I'm going after is how slow the building guide is. I mean, I shouldn't have to go back like 20 trees to get to it. Yeah, this one's really just slowed down for younger builders. So if you're an adult, this is going to be way too slow. Build's probably about average, but it's just slow. Okay. And I like the fact that they use these because you can pull that off. And there you go, it's a standalone shop. And we'll change the angle of this up here in a bit. And that's what we have remaining for bag 2. Okay, now we're going to start setting up the build. And this goes on the back here. Okay. And yeah. Okay, now do I need to put this on a turntable? Not really, but I do need to drop it down so you can see it a little better than that. That's just kind of just weird there. But I'm pleased with the build. It's just the scratch pieces and the slow building experience. It's very slow. And okay, let's see here. We're going to do it like this. Okay, let's bring this up. Okay, we need to bring it back. Put your left foot in, put your right foot out, put your left foot in and shake it all about or something like that. I don't know how the song goes. All right, well, this is actually the side we're interested in here. So I'm just trying to get it to where it looks good on video and you can see everything. Okay. It's not bad for for me. It's not bad. It's just the scratch pieces and the build experience is very slow. All right. And we got the vendor here, and that's what he looks like. So we haven't done the formal tour yet. We'll do that here in a second, but there you go. And it's a nice little build. It's pretty cool. Well, now we can begin the formal tour. Well, here is the Doughnut Truck all assembled, and it's a very interesting build. So here in the front we have our two minifigures. So we got the vendor here. Pretty cool. And we got this police officer. Kind of fitting for the Doughnut Truck. It's got $100. And here we have the actual Doughnut Truck. Okay, so this is pretty cool what it is. And everything you see here is printed, which is really cool. Here's the back. This does open up. Well, if you have long fingernails you can, and you know, it's pretty cool for what it is. Surprised they don't make a 1x4x4 door yet. It'd be really cool. And here's the back, and yep, if you can see the scuffs in that glass, that's how they got it. And got the side mirrors and the front. I mean, it looks more like a vintage truck than anything else. Now this top piece does come off. I don't think I want to pull it by this, but let's try it and see. It feels like it's going to break, so don't do that. Just peel it from there. And here's the interior of the Doughnut Truck. And the cab also does come off too. So it looks like you can only seat one minifigure in there. Now, in addition, you can actually pop this off to use this as a standalone piece. So you can drop this off at your job site. Now, I want to see if this can sit this gentleman here. Let's try it out. Put him in there. Yeah, my sloppy reviews. Alright. Does this close up? Indeed it does. So he does sit inside the cab really nice. It's got a lot of headroom too for what this is. He could probably stand up in there. Now I don't think most people are going to leave it like this, but you can just put this back on here. And this one doesn't have the back that opens up like they usually do. What I like about this is because if you're in the European part of the world, you can just flip this around and pretty much do that. You just have to do the door over here. So now I wonder if he stands up inside here. Let's try it and see. He can only stand in one area. Try to get him to sit on the studs. And not so much. I mean, not really. Let's see if he can just sit down and serve the food. So he doesn't really quite stand in there. Yeah, so you're going to have him sit down inside for him to see out the window. And you can put the top back on and stuff. So he's going to have to crawl around in there. And it's not too bad. I mean, you can tell it's playable. And this vehicle is about 8 studs. So what does that mean? That means we're going to jump right into play value. As you can tell, it's a playable model. You can roll it around. You can open up the top and play inside of it. Not a whole lot of detail inside, but I think this is going to be a set that most people are going to use to put in their cities. So as you can tell, it's about roughly 8 studs wide. So this would fit nice on a Lego City road. You can put it on your beach. You know, there's a lot of things you can do with this. So this is Lego City ready. In addition, this back container does come off. You can even switch this with other builds if you want. You can make a whole new build. You can use this as a flatbed truck. There's all sorts of stuff. Now, build quality is pretty good. I didn't really have anything fall off. This right here was a bit of a pain to get this to snap in. That was probably the only issue I had. But the build experience was a whole different beast. It was slow. Very slow. This was meant for children. This was not meant for adults. If you want to talk about turning pages, that's pretty much what you'll be doing in the manual. You'll be turning a page, putting one part in. You turn a page, you put another part in. It's just very lengthy. For something like this, for under 200 pieces, it was a very slow build. Very slow. So for a child, perfect speed, but for an adult, not so much. But nonetheless, though, as you can see, it's a complete model. Now, seeing that this container does remove, this set can be built comfortably by 2 builders. That's really cool because you could share the build with a friend. It'd be nice to kind of sit down during the afternoon, it's cold, or it could be summertime, it's really hot outside, and you and a friend can put this together. Or if you're a parent, you want to spend time with your son or daughter, or brother or sister, this is perfect. You can put this together as a group, and I really like that. My final score on this set is going to be a 7.8. Just a little bit for the build quality. There wasn't a brick separator provided with this set, but the main thing I'm dinging off is scratched pieces. This wasn't too bad, but it was enough to bring it down, but this thing here had some nasty scratches in it. Why does Lego ship the stuff like this? I don't know, and I'm going to keep grading hard on them until they get that problem resolved, because honestly, this is a nice set, and for $19.99 it shouldn't come in this condition. I would expect that from a cheap toy or something that's $5, but no, this is $20, and to get parts that look like they've been used, that's not too much fun, especially for a nice building set like this. But nonetheless, though, it's a really nice donut truck. I had fun putting this together. But tell me what you think.